Listen up, narrative analysts. We need to talk about something that's been eating at me for weeks now. While you've been watching viral videos of completely fabricated Caitlin Clark return announcements. And yes, I'm talking about that Phoenix Mercury training facility fantasy that's been making rounds. I've been digging into the real story, the story that actually matters, the story about pressure, playoffs, and a timeline that's about to make or break everything. Because here's what nobody else is telling you. The Indiana Fever's 18-16 record without their superstar isn't just impressive. It's created a pressure cooker situation that's about to explode. And with ESPN quietly projecting August 26th as Clark's potential return date, we're looking at the most crucial 10 days in franchise history. But before we dive into the digital breadcrumbs I've been following, hit that subscribe button. Because while other channels are feeding you fiction, I'm bringing you the intelligence that matters, the kind of insider analysis that treats you like the sophisticated basketball minds you are. Now, let me paint you the real picture. 3 weeks ago, I started tracking something interesting in the WNBA ecosystem, not the manufactured drama, not the clickbait speculation, but the actual pressure building around the Indiana Fever. And what I discovered will change how you see this entire Clark situation. First, let's address the elephant in the room. That viral video showing Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hull reacting to Clark's return announcement in a Phoenix Mercury training facility. Complete fiction. And I mean complete. Here's how I know. I spent 3 days fact-checking this through every verified source I could access. ESPN, CBS Sports, USA Today, Fox Sports, Yahoo 60+ legitimate outlets covering Clark's injury. Zero mentions of any return announcement. Zero footage of any teammate reactions. But here's the kicker that proves it's fake. Sophie Cunningham plays for the Indiana Fever, not the Phoenix Mercury. The temperature of the online conversation tells a different story than these viral fabrications. When I filter through the noise, the signals point to something much more compelling than fictional team meeting. They point to mounting pressure that's very, very real. Okay, now let's get into the facts that matter. The Indiana Fever currently sit at 18-16, holding down a playoff position. That's not the shocking part. The shocking part is what this record reveals about the pressure cooker they're operating in, breaking down the Clark list numbers. 10-10 in games she's missed. That's exactly 500 basketball. Sounds mediocre until you realize what it means. They've been treading water, staying alive, keeping the dream breathing. But treading water only works for so long. Sophie Cunningham has been averaging 8.9 points as a starter during Clark's absence. Lexi Hull is contributing 6 points and 4 rebounds in her expanded role. These aren't spectacular numbers, but they're precisely what you need to survive. The question is surviving enough when August 26th is circled on every calendar in Indiana? The digital breadcrumbs I've been following suggest the answer is absolutely not. Here's where it gets interesting.